that's a very short notice. So, for example, while doing these like procedural setups, it's most of the time when things are related to the centering objects, it's important to stay at the origin point of your scene. Okay, so don't move these objects. For example, I can select multiple objects like this and move these objects like that. Don't move them to other parts of your scene, okay? Because if you do that, you'll see that this hours, everything start to offset to another dimension. So when you create a null, it is created at the origin point, but your center is here. So if you keep this at the center, and when you create a new null, then you see that it's automatically created at the center point of this. So while beginning your projects and continuing these procedural setups, keep in mind to keep things at the origin point, okay? After you get used to these coordinate system and all that stuff, you can solve these problems, but at this point, don't move your objects from the origin point, like which is the 0, 0, 0 point in your scene. Okay, so an example is like when you create a box, the coordinates are 0, 0, position x, y, and z are 0, 0, 0, which means shows this intersection point of these two axes. This object remains. Okay, so if you create a new null, it's created again at the center origin point of that. If you create a text, its pivot point is at the center point of that. Okay. So keep in mind, if you create a square, it's the same for all the objects. They are created at the origin point of that scene. So keep in mind to create things at the center of your scene. After you get used to these systems, you can of course like do other crazy stuff, but like for now, keep in mind to create everything and keep everything at the center of your scene, as long as you don't have to, of course. Sometimes you have to move things to other parts. Okay, so does that solve your problem? Okay, so let's take a 10 minutes break, then we'll be here again.